Hello everyone and welcome to my review for Record of Ragnarok Chapter 61 Part 2. I expect this to be kind of short, so I'm not going to do any of the usual intro and outro stuff. Because this is the second half of one of last month's chapters, for some reason it was released in two parts. I don't understand why, but okay, I guess. I guess this half of the chapter improves upon the quality of chapter 61 fairly significantly. I'm still not fond of the Adamus stuff, but this chapter does make the whole Hades cutting himself thing better, because we actually get, like, an explanation what it is. I still think this fucking Poseidon panel is stupid. I don't like it. I don't like this panel. But this chapter does start bringing Hades' stocks back up. And that's because we get the reveal of Hades' ability. And his ability is centered around his blood. So first thing, when he gets covered in blood, he's able to see when Shin's air bullets hit him, so he can just move to not really be affected by them. His reaction speed, like, this is fucking absurd. He's able to see when the air bullet connects with the blood on his skin and then move before it manages to actually impact his chi point. That's fucking ridiculous. But that's not really the gimmick here. It's not that, oh, his blood is increasing his reaction time. I mean, maybe it, like, kind of is. Because the deal with his blood is that it's like a buff. But the primary usage of it is not a buff to his physical abilities. It's a buff to his weapon. Whatever divine weapon his blood gets on is enhanced even further. And his blood is known as Pluto Ichor, which is cool. I mean, I liked the leak translation of it being like Pluto's treasure or something. I thought that sounded a bit cooler, but, you know, Ichor is a very cool name for blood, specifically the blood of the gods. And his blood, using his life force, is able to make weapons even more powerful. And, you know, he ends up transforming his bident into more of a spear. Kind of looks like a sword spear from Dark Souls. It's called Ichor Desmos, the four-blooded spear of destiny, which is a really fucking cool name. So the weakness of this ability is that since his life force is drained by using his blood, if he has all of his life force drained, he'll die. Now, I find this description funny, because it feels like what they're saying is, oh yeah, the blood magic uses up his life energy the way that Heracles' life energy was used up by using Herculean Exodus. You know, there's a different word, or a different way we could describe the risk of Hades' ability here. It's called fucking bleeding to death. He could just bleed to death. I think that's a more accurate way of describing it, rather than, oh, he's drained of his life force. If he uses up too much of his blood, he's gonna die, because that's what happens when all of the fucking blood is drained out of your body. So, with the four-blooded spear of destiny, which I'm gonna assume is a reference to the four brothers of Olympus. I don't know what Desmos is a reference to. I don't know. I'll have to look that up later or something. And there's apparently Hades' trump card. He does a big thrusting attack called Blood-Led Dawn Ichor Eos. Shin tries to block it. It stabs through his hand, cuts at least one of his fingers off. Looking based on where he stabbed through, I'm thinking he lost, like, the entire bottom section of his left hand. Like, his ring finger and his pinky finger are fucking gone. and a bunch of his armor gets destroyed. Now, it doesn't seem like he lost one of his eyes, like I thought he did when we got the leaks, but, like, his cheek's been cut open. So, he has now taken very severe damage. He doesn't have the same kind of protection from his Volan now. Like, his Volan has been partially destroyed, and his left hand is really fucked up now. So, yeah, that's the stakes established in this chapter. That's pretty much it. And then it ends off with Hades saying, like, you know, my brothers are here, watching me. I'm the eldest brother, and as such, I cannot be defeated. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all. Again, it's half of a chapter, so there's not, like, a ton to talk about, but, you know, we should talk about Hades' ability, which is cool. I like that this is a different thing. It is kind of magical, yeah. It's within the confines of what the magical abilities usually are within Ragnarok. Like, the most magical things any of the characters have done has been Thor being able to conjure a bit of lightning, and I guess also teleport, and the Herculean Exodus. Other than that, I guess Loki has, like, actual magic, but he hasn't fought yet, so, you know. I like Hades' ability. I'm wondering if we're going to see more usage of it. Like, if he'll buff his spear even more, if he's able to boost his own physical stats, if he can just full-on create weapons, like if he starts doing bloodbending. It's really cool. I would say this is probably one of the abilities I like more out of all the gods, in all honesty. In terms of, like, an actual ability, like a magical power, it's probably the one I like the most, actually. At least it's the coolest. I'm a sucker for blood powers, so it can't be helped. Now, fortunately, Chapter 62 is a full, complete chapter, so we'll have a lot more to talk about that when it gets translated. But in the meantime, that's all. So until next time, I'll see you guys around. Take care.